Billy B Biscuit is just a normal baker who bakes normal cookies. Or is he?
I'm a baker. I bake cookies and bread. Boys and cookies.
Just yesterday, William B. Backscratcher was arrested for murdering the dead guy. Is Billy a wrongfully convicted baker who's done nothing wrong? Or a fiending demon trying to kill all who stand in his way? This is the story of Billy B. Baker turned Billy B. Butcher.
My name is Bruce B. Baker. I am the father of Billy B. Baker, now Biscuit. Billy was a nice young kid. He was always bright and fun. Would have never thought that anything like this could happen. But sadly things took a turn for the worst. And I blame it all on his now wife, Susan. I don't know what happened to him. It's almost as if he was possessed by this darker version of himself. What upsets me even more is after marrying his wife and taking her name, he became very distant with me. And that is when I lost touch with him and I wasn't able to help him anymore. He was like, he wasn't no longer my son anymore, it seemed. He never came to me for help anymore. I was never aware of his intentions of harming anyone, or even himself. But if maybe he just told me what was going on, I could have helped him. Even after he killed them. Hell, I would have helped him bury that body. I would have protected him. I would have covered everything up for him. Because that's what a father does. Not to mention that detective, he's very eccentric. I find him to be very strange.
Let's hear it from the detective who supposedly found him guilty.
Oh, Billy B. Bread? I remember that case like it was yesterday. Because it was. You guys are actually really fast at this. Anyways, yeah, I absolutely cracked that case. He was the first guy I interviewed, and that was my first clue. My second clue was that his face was at the scene of the crime. Mostly because I put it there. And also he died at 6:69, which I was able to do with my magnifying glass. I wasn't there at 6:69, but when I walked in, he was there. So that means he was there at a time before I walked in, and 6:69 is also a time before I walked in there. So it just adds up that he was there. He was also yelling at me a lot. He seemed really frustrated and angry when I was interrogating him. So that is also like a completely obvious sign of guilt. All around, Billy B Body Wash is just like a vile man, and I'm glad I put him in his place. And by his place, haha, let's just say behind bars. They're calling him Billy B Bars now. Billy B behind bars. Even more damning evidence towards him. He admitted guilt. He straight up said it. Roll the clip.
Guilty says what? Why? Guilty says what? Why? Why?
I'm so glad that the security camera footage was able to catch that, just because it was crazy, man. Like he like honestly, I didn't even really need to be there. Like He was the first guy I interviewed, so like that was a lot of it. But like personally, he probably would have felt so guilty for doing that, he would have just walked into jail. Or he would have eaten one of his own poisoned cookies and given himself like a terrible sickness and died of guilt and the sickness and the terrible sickness, that too. But I don't think those kill people. Like whenever I shoot people, they typically die of guilt. And that's what would have happened to Billy if he had resisted. I'll tell you that now. All around, he is just terrible.
Billy's relationship with Gibles, I would say, is very interesting. I could see them having a feud between their occupations. They've been friends for quite a while now, but I've tend to realize that their relationship has gone astray a few times. And I could see in more recent moments that their relationship seemed forced. Billy had no problem with Gibles, it seemed, but Gibles, on the other hand, seemed almost jealous towards Billy.
So the day started off with me picking up Freddy. We had this wonderful conversation in the car beforehand, just like going on about our lives. And then I had to pick up Billy B Broth, was it? And he's just a total pain. He's always being, oh, my bakery is so great and all this stuff. But really, he just sucks. Because his bakery isn't even quality food. I think he just unwraps it from packages from frozen garbage companies. But then we arrived at the guy's birthday and he was dead there, so I went to go check his pulse because, you know, to see if he was actually dead or if he just like passed out because, like, who knows, medical issues and all. But it was kind of weird how Billy B Boisterous Bullion Code was acting afterwards. It was just, he seemed a little too happy for his friend's death on his friend's birthday, and I've never trusted him much because he's just this horrible person. Billy B Beaver Trail, you just never can trust him. It's horrible what he's done to this man, and I just think Billy B Black Eye deserves to be behind bars for his crimes against the birthday boy.
The officer I've had quite a fine experience with. I find him to be quite a nice young man, very grounded. He is like the detective's other half, keeping the detective grounded and on track, if you could say.
Billy B Bakewell Pudding. Oh, I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember I was working with my detective buddy. Yeah, he's a great detective, but he's real quick on things. He's really like the first person he suspects, he always thinks it's him, which I didn't think was the best method. But you know, we did determine that, we believe that he is a culprit due to sufficient amount of evidence. You know, I do think we might need to review the case again, but I'm still 101.27684% certain that Billy B Blabberin was the man behind the slaughter. You know, this was actually one of my first ever cases. You see, after my tragic son's death in 1983 due to the jaws of a weird robot thing, I decided that I was going to become a police officer to stop any and all crimes and emergencies. And Billy B Biscuit, well, you know, we got called onto the scene, you know, Detective Buddy and I, and we were discussing, and we were all talking about Billy B Biscuit. He's the first one accused, but we found all the evidence. We found the evidence enough to support him. Well, how did I meet the detective? Well, we were friends back in high school. We fought a little bit, and you know, we had a nice conversation. And then we became friends after that. We discussed what he wanted to be. He said, I want to be a detective. And I remember thinking, golly, that's dumb. I want to be like some police officer, man. Of course, at the time I didn't have my tragic son die yet. So I didn't really accept that dream. I went into before my son died, I actually worked as a technician for Chuck E. Cheese. Then my son died, and I was like, oh, I should become a police officer. So I quit on the spot. My son was still dead, but he was actually bleeding out right in front of me. So I decided to quit and become a police officer. But it's fine, cause life goes on, right? Every time we talk with me and the detective, we always we always get the not the corporate, we always get the culprit. That's what I meant to say. Culprit, yeah. I'm actually a very good speaker. I'm the greatest at speaking. I've never miscommunicated on radio, and if I have, well, I meant it. Like one time I accidentally said he isn't guilty, or I meant to say he isn't guilty, but I said this guy's guilty, and we gave him the death penalty because he was guilty. Because that's how it works now. Life isn't fair. But yeah, back to what we were talking about. That Billy B Bonvera, whatever we call him, Billy B Biscuit. I think comparing him to that Gibles gal, she seemed a little crazy, but nothing that would kill the dead guy. Cause who would kill the dead guy? I heard rumors, I heard talks of town about a court case or something, but I don't remember. For my name ain't William A. Afton. God bless America.
Freddy, Gibles, and the dead guy seemed a lot closer together than they were with Billy. Billy seemed cast out from the group. They were drifting apart. I feel there was more going on between those three that led to Billy taking the action that he did.
It all started when me, Gibles, and Billy B Banana drove up, and we were going to the birthday boy's party. To throw him a birthday party, And we get to the door and we walk in, we all yelled, "Surprise!" And we looked, and he was dead on the ground. So the detective took us up to this room, and we each did interviews. Talked about a few other stuff, and overall the detective at the end found Billy B Bandevra guilty, and they took him away in a cop car. And that was the end of that. But he was an interesting guy, I gotta say that. Made very good pastries. Hopefully he stays in jail. He was kind of a noob at killing anyway, so it's whatever. It was so weird when they all arrived, because we were just as soon as we saw the dead guy, or birthday boy, it was the detective and the police just barged in. It was just, whoa. And then all of a sudden we were all getting interviewed, and in my opinion, I would have to say, I think the cop was definitely, or the officer was definitely the most suspicious, just because of, he just barged in. He was instant. But the detective, he was questioning, so I didn't question him. He seemed like a reliable guy. But the officer, he just seemed to know a bit too much. And so, otherwise, Gibles, I think Gibles is safe. Gibles rode with me there, so there's no way Gibles could have killed the dead guy. And yeah, Billy B Biscuit was, I didn't see that one coming though. He seemed like such a sweet guy. He was always blowing a whistle and then had the bakery, so it was a rough day. I remember clearly I was excited to get some cake because, cake. The birthday boy, well, we knew him from just around, me and him would go when we worked together. There was this really funny story where we got into a big argument with this one guy, and we got into a bar fight. Oh, that was funny. He lost though, so but me and the dead guy, yeah, we go way back. Yeah, it was just sad to see him go, I thought we'd be the only ones making other people go, but I guess he died this time, so.
What? Why am I here? Who is Billy? What? It's not... I cast spell. I'm an evil wizard, bro. What? You want me to cast some like dark magic or like? What do you mean? What do you mean talk about like the crime? I don't know. I don't. You think I watch the news? No, I watch the Crystal Ball Wizard News. This is bullshit. This whole thing is lightning spells.
But that's not all. There's still one person we have yet to have heard from, who has an immense knowledge on this case. Let's hear it from the dead guy himself.
Alrighty, Billy B Biscuit Muncher.
What is it?
Did you say goodbye to your wife and tater tots yet?
You literally just arrested me.
Yeah, well, I don't really care. Anyway, I'm bringing you down to jail. You know, like how all good cops do. I love bringing people to jail. You know, I think you're guilty. We reviewed the evidence. You know, if my name ain't William A. Afton, then your name ain't Billy B. Riverator. And we know it was you, so we need you to, like, be arrested.
Dude, this town, man. It's like an Evilville.
That's where we are, dude. We're in Evilville. I'm a good cop, okay? Also, I'm gonna get a haircut after this. Just to reiterate what I said in the car, say goodbye to the wife and tater tots.
I literally didn't do anything.
Not to mention that detective. He's very eccentric. Sex. Fucking Billy!
Yeah, Billy B Biscuit. Yeah, I'm gonna hit that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's not wobbling. You haven't don't pretend you're driving. You haven't started driving yet. You're just like about to like drive him to prison.
Alrighty.
Wait, is this canonically in Evilville?
Yeah, Who Killed a Dead Guy is canonically in Evilville.
Oh my gosh.
Is this like a revelation or like
This town, man.
it's so evil?
It's so evil.
It's like it's some kind of Evilville.
This is literally an evil town.
Do I have jaundice?